Hey, you, friends, family, and strangers. This morning I woke up in the cheapest hotel room that I could possibly find in this entire town. The morning before that, I woke up in the most expensive room I could find in town. I wanted to show the contrast. I wanted to display the difference, and quite a difference it is, believe me. As you know from yesterday's video, my shower has no hot water, and a lot of other things, like the toilet isn't even attached to the floor. There's been a list of differences. My favorite hotel so far was the mid-level hotel as far as price goes. That's right. If you've been following along, you know we started in the middle tier. I can't do that on my right hand. I don't know why. So we started on the middle tier at the beginning. Then we went to the most expensive after 3 nights for 3 nights there. And now we're in the middle of 3 nights here, which is the cheapest. And so yeah, if you want to know what that has been like, check them out in my last few 9 videos or so. But anyways, if you don't know, I've been moving out of my damn house because the place is selling. And I've been packing my crap into storage, and I'm getting a new house. Did I say new house? I'm moving out of my old house because the place sold, and I'm packing my crap into storage, moving into a new house. But in the meantime, I'm van lifing, and so far, since I've been cheating and staying at hotels, van lifing has been treating me well. Now we have more, better camping, van lifing, real van lifing adventures coming up. We also have travel adventures coming up, but right now I am grounded in Central Ohio dealing with this house, getting moved out of this house, and chilling at this hotel room. Not that I have to, but what are you gonna do, huh? There was continental breakfast here, which I was shocked. And I went to it just now, and it was a very short visit because the only thing they had was shitty biscuits that appeared steamed in a microwave and shitty canned gravy. So, while the morning is still the morning time, I'm going to get out of here and head back toward the house for more crap to put in storage. And I need to do it quickly so it stays breakfast time, because I need to go through someplace and get a real breakfast. But anyways, I'm not really sure what kind of adventures lay ahead of us in this video. But hey, I'll do my best to kick one up, you know what I mean? So, gather your things, and let's do it.
You're a loser.
This little brick is arguably the most cherished possession I own. This is a 5 terabyte hard drive, which is not only a hard drive, but this little brick contains the entire Duggalo Nation archive. Look at that. I find that fascinating. I have close to 1,000 videos now. I also have a ton of projects that are not finished yet that need to be made and put into feature-length videos for the nation, and all of it, the entire archive and many upcoming projects that have already been filmed, are on this little brick. Look how tiny it is. That's 5 terabytes. I thought a 5 terabyte drive used to be a lot bigger back in the day. I think I ordered this on Amazon, and I wasn't sure if it would like survive the shipping, because you don't want a hard drive to be bounced around or whatever. But this has done just fine for me. I've had this for like 2 or 3 years now. But anyways, whoa, a piece of Duggalo Nation history right before your eyes. And you want to know something else, a little glitch in the matrix? The video I'm shooting right now will end up on this brick, just like the rest of them. This, unfortunately, is another day where I have to pretty much live my life in Groundhog's Day. I have to head back to the house and put more stuff in the van to put in storage. But before we jump into Clifford and do that routine thing, I thought I would take a little look around this hotel motel. The cheapest room I could find in town. But as far as that goes, I would say for the price, it's pretty good. But if you compare it to, I guess, normal accommodations, I think the comparison is a little scary. Basically, if you didn't know any better, you'd be fine. Well, for the last few nights, I have known a little better, and yeah, it's been a smidge rough. Let's walk this way. I'm in a downstairs room, but I thought I'd check out this my upstairs, what my upstairs neighbors get to enjoy. This particular little part of town is what I would say an older part. There's like office buildings around here that are one level, old school, that are mostly moved out of, and a lot of the businesses went into the newer buildings that are 2 or 3 levels, and in a newer part of the town that has newer development, I guess you would say. But anyways, this motel's been here for a very long time, but it was not picked up by a big chain until recently, and there has been some revamping going on, but not really anything impressive, I would say, not to be critical. But there's a pool down there that is open, I guess, in the summer. Somewhere on the property there's a jacuzzi, and it might be in that little house, pool house down there, I don't know. But I could not find otherwise where it might be. I was kind of hoping it would be in the nearby the area where you have the continental breakfast, if you want to call it that, the steamed microwave biscuits, and only the steamed microwave biscuits. But I did not see a jacuzzi in there. Anyways, let's take one last look around here, and then we'll hit the road. See that red barn looking building right in front of me? I'll come over here away from this tree. There's Clifford down there waiting for me. One thing I noticed here is how loud it is. That highway, that freeway over there is so much louder than you think it would be. And you can hear it just in your room trying to relax, and that might have something to do with the fact that my door doesn't actually close. See that building right over there? We might take a walk over there tomorrow or something. But let me zoom in. This building used to have in it an office for a temp service, and I worked there. And when I first got a job there, it was out of this building. Soon after I got a job there, their whole business moved to basically like the shopping district of town, And you didn't have to drive way out here anymore to get a job there. A lot of people were confused. Like, they'd never heard of it. They'd never heard of this street down here. They didn't know where they were going. So they would draw you a literal map of how to get to their office. But now that they've moved, it is much easier. But I wouldn't know, because luckily I no longer work there. And even though it is only 36 degrees, if you ain't flopping, you ain't topping me tonight. The only option really that's on my way out of town would be Wendy's. So I think I'll stop in at Wendy's and have a little breakfast. And by stop in, I mean go through the drive-thru and eat while driving. And Wendy's is a little expensive. Even according to me, even according to my bougie ass, Wendy's has been accomplished. Luckily, at this Wendy's, the person who takes your money and gives you your change is the same person who has taken the money and given the change of many customers who came earlier in the day before you. And with those same hands, will also prepare your drinks, touch your straws and napkins and get it ready. So whatever germs might have been on your money or on the money of some strange person after picking their groin in the car in front of you, all those germs are now all over the lid of your drink. And in my case, it certainly is, because I watched her finger bang the lid of my drink good and plenty. I also watched her shove the cup down into the bucket of ice and scoop out some ice for my drink. So whatever's on her hands, skin cells and the crap coming off of her clothing and the pee germs and whatever the case, the cigarette smell, because that same lady is often seen outside of that beautiful establishment smoking. I'm not one to judge normally, but it's just a fact, folks. It's just a fact. Whatever happened to be on her hands is now all down in the bucket of ice that we all get to drink out of. Yummy. I almost ran over a friendly trash service man. There was a trash truck in front of me who stopped, and the guy on the back jumped off, ran across the road. And I could tell by how far away the trash cans were from the actual road, like someone who lived at this address, they didn't put them very close to the front, that it would be a while before he got there and it would be a while before he got back. So I started to go around the trash truck, and right then at that moment, friends, the driver jumped out without looking, without checking traffic at all, and we almost had a van to human skull collision. He swerved, I hit the brakes. I was already going slow, mind you. And I have a lot of respect for that job, especially out in this cold weather. But come on, don't jump out of a truck and not check to see if traffic's coming. So, as you may be aware from watching the last couple episodes, I still don't have any details on this potential closing of my properties, the one I'm selling and the one I'm buying. The only thing I've done so far is take my realtor's word for it, but he is not detailed. He often avoids questions. I hate to say that, but because it's like he'll answer it, but without really giving many answers to some of the smaller questions. Like, I sent you a good 3-4 point concern text, and he'll respond to one concern, and I think he tries to look for a blanket answer that covers the whole thing, but oftentimes it just creates more questions for me. So I'm wondering how they get my money back to me, number one. So there's going to be money left over from the sale of my property, even after buying this new property. I want to know how the title office or the seller or whoever gets me my money. And I don't think it's out of the question to be able to ask, okay? I asked him that, kind of, but mostly I asked him, what time is this taking place? Because he told me a date, which is in like 8 or 9 days now. Time is ticking. And he told me the name of the title company. But when I asked him to confirm a couple days after, so make sure I remembered it right, he did not confirm. And so basically I have to like look up what I think he said they're called and reach out to them myself, because I want to know a few things. When is this closing taking place? Because I would kind of like to make it, so I kind of need to know what time it is. And what happens if no one shows up but me? Because like I said in yesterday's video, I don't trust these other mofos, because so far they haven't showed up to stuff, including my own realtor. So there's that. And yeah, we'll start from there and work our way up from there. And it's stressful because I will get to the house here in a few minutes, the old house, the house I'm selling, and I'll set up my laptop and do some video projects real quick. I got some stuff to put together in the editor, and while that is working and rendering, I'd like to get back to moving, because I have very limited time on that. I want to get my house actually fully moved out of. I don't want to leave a bunch of stuff behind, believe it or not. I actually want my stuff that I bought and worked hard to have over the years. But I'm already worried that a big chunk of my time today is going to be taken up talking to this title company and asking them the questions that I feel like I've been asking my realtor a few times now. Ooh, jumped back in my car real quick. Out here at the house. I haven't drove my car in like 2 or more weeks now. I think more than that, actually. And she still runs. I'm gonna take her for a little tiny drive, just to put some love back in her lines, baby. Compared to the van, it feels like I am down on the ground. The van obviously sits up so much higher. Okay. Did my realtor ever come and pick up the lawnmower like he's been saying? I'm guessing no. Statistically speaking. Yeah. I was right. The answer is still no. The garage looks thinned out, though. It's weird to see nothing up there where I had all that wood stuff stacked. Today's objective, if I can get it done, even though I have to take time out of my day to screw around with the title company and try to reach out to them on my own, apparently, and figure all that out, is today's objective is to get the rest of this garage cleared out. We'll see. We'll see. Hey, here's hoping, right? The only thing I brought with me today is the mothership, the D-Nation laptop. Everything else, riskily, if that's a word, I left back at the motel. The reason I mention that is because last night when I went to work, I packed everything up again and brought it with me, which was easy because everything was still in a couple bags. But seeing it at night, well lit, everything was chill. There wasn't no shenanigans around the area, I'm a little bit more comfortable leaving my stuff there. So hopefully that goes well. Guys! So I looked up the name of the title company, at least the name I thought they were called, and got them on the phone. We pulled up this address. Come to find out, I'm on the books with them. It's not going to be as finite as I suspected. Apparently it's more flexible because it is a cash transaction. The seller, or rather the buyer of this place, can just give them the money and sign the paper whenever they want. I have scheduled everything here in a few days, which is what I pretty much had to do because that's the day I took off work already. I thought everyone had to be there. Everyone had to be, shake my hand, blah, 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 make sure, blah, 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 blah. I swear, do solemnly swear to in front of witnesses, blah, blah, blah. Really, the only thing that needs to happen as far as the sale of this fucking time bomb goes is the fact that I have to sign something in front of a notary. So we will do that on the day that I have taken off work. I can't wait for that day to come and go so I can be done with this shit. But because of that phone call, finally, I have some answers on how I get my money and how I relinquish this place. I guess they are sending for the deed or something. And as long as there's nothing crazy on the deed, like, I don't know, there's some deed restrictions that are crazy. If you like do a Google search on odd deed restrictions, you'll find probably endless like articles and stories about crazy stuff that went down that blocked real estate transactions over the years all over the beautiful country of America. And then the question is, well, are you also handling the other transaction where I'm purchasing the other property? And she said, we don't have that on the books at all right now. So that is concerning. However, she is reaching out to my realtor, who she already knew who that was because it was right there with me on file. So that's good. I didn't even know that much had taken place. I didn't know I was on their radar yet. Didn't know. If I don't call and find out directly to the people who apparently is going to be there, then I'm not going to know. If you just sit around and just wait to hear the next thing, you may never hear the next thing, especially with the seller, rather the buyer, and my realtor and stuff, because so far that's not worked. I've had to constantly reach back out. Are you sure? Are you still here? You're late. Or is this still happening? Is this still going on? That's kind of been the story of my whole life. I guess I'm used to it. I have no blood relatives that reach out to me. But back when I was trying to be the last remaining member of the family, getting people together, it was me. Always. Are we still doing this? Are you still doing that? Are we still getting together here? I'm coming over still. Remember, like we said, hello, am I the only person on the planet who has memory of what was said the day before? So that's happening. But thank God I called. Right now, I need to check my email and sign some documents. One of those deals with my bank account number. So whenever it's all good, I can get my extra fucking money. See? I didn't even know that was going to happen that way. And it's better that I don't have to show up with a bunch of stuff all at once. I can just check my email and I can call. I now have like a title office rep who is assigned to this. And so I have a name and a voice that I can call and be like, is there anything left I need to do? And I'm that guy every 2, every 3, every 4 days. Just checking in. Is there anything left I need to do? Is there any email I missed? Am I good to go? Tell me exactly what to do on what date and anything in between. And I'm going to write it down and I'm going to study it religiously and I'm going to be there. And in case you're wondering, the reason why I'm like this is only because of one thing. I just want this to happen. had to fill out a bunch of paperwork online for getting this place sold through the title office. I'm glad that I'm taking steps to initiate contact with the parties involved, because if I didn't, I would have been left with all those questions still. Wanted to get this done yesterday. Contacted my realtor. Told him what's going on. He said they'll reach out to you. Did they email me? Yes. Did I think to check my email? No. I thought I would receive a phone call, a voicemail, something to the effect. Although he did tell me everything will be done via email. And I thought he was referring to he and I's documents that I needed to sign with him. You know, like agency disclosure documents, blah, 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 blah. So, I got to learn to check everything. That's all. Sorry to let you down, guys. I didn't check everything, guys. Anyways, I'm glad I reached out to realize that I should have been checking everything. They did email yesterday. I did not receive it. I would have been kind of hesitant to move forward with that email, but I was not today after I noticed it, because I talked to them on the phone. So, all in all, I'm glad it went down that way. So anyways, like I was trying to tell you before you really interrupted me, I signed a bunch of crap just now and filled out a whole bunch of crap just now, and I hope everything lines up. Some things it asks you, sometimes it asks you stuff that you're like, I think that's what they mean. We'll see what happens. If the money from this place ends up in my bank account, then I'll go ahead and say it all went well. If not, fuck it. We'll keep going back and forth and jumping through this hoop and that hoop until everything gets figured out. So, who knows? Like, it says forwarding address. I just put the address of the property that I'm trying to buy after selling this one. So, best I got for you. It's not really conversational when you fill out those forms. I wish it was, but they figure most people are not stupid like me and know what they're doing. So it saves them a lot of time to just hand the form over, fill it out, and get back to us. Well, I'm what you call unintelligent. I'm what you call slow. And sometimes I have questions while looking at things. Like forwarding address. Okay, question. Would you like the forwarding address of, say, like a backup, like a family member or a P.O. box or whatever? Or are you literally asking me the address I think I'll be living if this all works out? Do you want that address? I think for most people, stuff is just assumed. So that's what I did. I just assumed some things. And the forwarding address is just the example I'm giving you. There was a lot on that. I gotta fucking. Oh, that was my ass that made that noise. Specifically my ass. Oh. It's like I was trying to tell you before you rudely interrupted me with your flatulence. This mower's still here. And my time to clean out this garage went from like 2.5 hours down to 1.5 hours. So let's see if it's even possible for me to move out of here on time. Okay, cut the camera. Cut the camera. Cut the camera. Whew. Okay, I am stepping away from my computer for the day, regardless of what new stuff comes in that I got to do, because I still have to move. Whether I'm busy with other things or not, I have to balance and make time for all of the stuff. Not just one or two things, but all the things. Even though I'm reprioritizing and rescheduling hour by hour throughout each beautiful day. That's called life, the good life. So what if I only have 54 minutes left to pack up the rest of the garage crap into the van? My attitude is changing to where now I'll do the most important things first. I'll reprioritize each day as I need to. I'll get these papers signed, these phone calls made, these deals done. And as far as moving out goes, I'll get what I can get in the time I can get it. And if I run over my deadline, if I don't get everything out by the move out date, the closing date, then I'll do my best to either leave it behind or come and get it afterward. I'll work out a conversation with the buyer that says, hey, I got to swing over and pick up my last couple things, whatever the case may be. Or it'll be like mostly like probably just like my garage, or rather my car out in the driveway. Thanks for the deal. One last thing before we go, I got to grab my car, and I can't do that till tonight. So enjoy your new house and enjoy my car. But I'll be back to get it. And then you can have the place to yourself finally. And what else? Yeah, lost my train of thought. That never happens. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you. All things considered, I should get everything moved out in time still, believe it or not. Even though my move out time gets pushed back and pushed back and pushed back and crunched and restricted every day, I think I can still pull it off. Okay, wish me luck. I'm doing good, all things considered. I only got like 3 things put in the van to take to storage today, but got some cleaning done, got some organizing done, and I'm waiting on my computer to stop pretending to render this video. It's on 100% rendered, but it's not finished. So it's like, it'll here in a minute, it'll go bing, and it'll be done. And then I'll watch it to see if it's not blurry or if it has sound, because sometimes on the Sony Movie Maker, it fucks me. Other than that, we're doing good. I am currently half an hour ahead of schedule than yesterday, all things considered. And who knows? But my time to clean out the garage was supposed to be today, and that time is elapsed. And there's still a bunch of crap in the garage. Kind of a bunch of crap. So, time will tell. I guess the thing about the garage is it takes a lot more to put away and get into boxes because everything's covered in sawdust or spiders or spider eggs or regular ass dust. And a lot of the stuff is not even going. It's just going to get to stay or get put in the trash. So it takes some extra time. But like this room and that bathroom, which is empty, I have put on my mental schedule a whole day for this room. And this room will take about 4 minutes. So isn't that exciting? You get to hear my thoughts about what room gets emptied out on what day. That's the exact kind of content you are on the edge of your seat about.
This is Joshua. How are you?
I'm good, Jim. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much for asking, ma'am. God bless you. It is actually a quick call about health insurance. You currently have any active health insurance?
Yes, I got a few things moved out of the garage today, but not all of it. But I'll come back tomorrow, sweetie. I'm making good time today on my move. Fuck your mother. Oh, shit. He hung up.
Well, hell, since I'm making decent time and I really won't be spending that much time at the storage unit anyways, because I only have like 3 things I was able to pack up, let's go ahead and solve another problem that's been screwing with me these last couple days and stop into the land of soccer moms, get some groceries for my little roomette stay at the shitty motel, and hopefully be able to eat a little bit more at home on the road instead of going out all the effing time and wasting the extra money, baby. Whew. Got me some groceries, dude, in my Tractor Supply bag, bruh. There's a good thumbnail. Anyways, You know what? Once this is all settled, I'm gonna say it again. I done told you this a couple times. Once this is all settled down, Chonders, me and you, we're going on a little vacation, baby. Even if it's only for a weekend, boys. And I don't mean one where we have to run all around the map filming roadside oddities and trying to cram in a video each day. I mean, that'll happen regardless, but all that's going to happen in and around and during and through what I'm about to tell you. So, I'm talking about a vacation where, because this keeps coming up, all right, let me explain it. I'm hotel lifing temporarily for now, soon to be van lifing. I'll bounce back and forth for the record. And people keep asking me, loved ones, Dougalo Nation folks, why are you never able to actually enjoy leisure time at the hotel? It's like you're there working. That's because I'm there working. I only use it as a place to come in, get warm, take a poo, and take a shower, and go back to work. Whether it be a storage unit, my house. Today it was paperwork for like a freaking hour and phone calls, and my actual job. My actual work. So yeah, I've not been able to enjoy anything. A friend of mine is out of town right now, sightseeing. I'm jealous of that, okay? I want to go sightseeing too. You're making me jealous, okay? I want to see the sights. I want to take in the sights. Speaking of the sights, there's like a weird pole barn thing over here with no outer shell. It's just like a skeleton. Looks like it's being taken down. That's kind of cool. You don't see that every day, boys. Anyways, yeah. So when things settle down, when things trickle down, when the dust starts to settle on this, instead of getting into the new property and getting balls deep in a bunch of projects and van life and out in the yard and filming camping, van lifing, and hoteling and project videos and the whole mixed bag of crap, that'll happen. But at first, me and you's going on vacation because I'm tired of being tired. Went ahead and got me some milk finally. I've been without milk these last freaking 8 days and it's been hurting my soul. But this refrigerator is warm as can be. Come to find out, I had to pull it out, unplug it, and plug it back in up here. This has a cutoff switch, a power surge switch, whatever that's called, I forget. And so does the one down there, and I believe it is tripped. Well, I just replugged it up here before I even realized that I probably could have just hit the button down there. But oh well, whatever. When I first came in here just now, I wondered why the light was on, because I thought I turned it off. And now I just noticed my bed is made. So someone came in to spruce up my room, which is okay. I kind of wish they would not have, because I'm only here for 3 days and I like leaving my stuff in here at times. Like, look, if you're housekeeping and you're a good person and you look over and go, what might this be? Not saying I expect that. I'm just saying I'd rather not ever have a reason to wonder that, is all I'm saying. Hey, might be the cheapest room in town, but if you can afford it and want to live here full time, you'll have someone come in and make your bed every day. And they serve extremely shitty biscuits and flavorless gravy every morning, right over there at the office. I went ahead and put the do not disturb sign on the door just in case. We are moving right along with our beautiful, cozy camp out in this cold shower room that I am renting for a moment in time. Busting out some groceries finally. Actually can eat here while I'm getting ready. Save a little bit of time these next couple of days doing that, and probably save some money as well, of course. Look, banana nut bread on the buffet. The fridge is looking amazing. You know what I forgot though? Lunch meat. I picked up some, excuse you, I picked up some soda, some breads, even some microwave mac and cheese, but I forgot some lunch meat. Look, I got some Hot Pockets, a camper's freaking dream, some ready to rock and roll noodles, some backup plates. So, you know. Oh yeah, and check this out. The most amazing thing that God has ever created. I brought this from the house finally. Something I kept saying I should have done every day, but I kept forgetting to grab it because I would have used this at every hotel so far. But instead, I waited until I got the shittiest room I could find.
Maximize your Medicare benefits.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's the open enrollment period
Oh,
for
it is?
2025,
Sweet.
and I want to make sure you have the best coverage for the year.
Oh, that's
My record
cool.
here shows you have both Part
Oh,
A and Part
you-
B of Medicare, right?
Yes, your record on me is correct.
I understand your concern, but all I need is common information to
Oh.
check your qualifications.
I said too
we
much,
have newly
apparently.
updated benefits from multiple
Screwed up
providers,
the auto
and they
system.
offer dental, vision, hearing, as well as food card and cash back up to $200. So can you please confirm if you have Medicare Part A and Part B?
Yes.
You are eligible for the new update.
It worked.
I am just connecting in a verification officer to assist you now. Please hold on for a second.
Oh, okay.
Guys, well, you know, today you are connecting with me to get the more information about your Medicare additional benefits. So let me know, how old are you?
I'm 71 years young, sweetheart. And I'm taking a giant shit right now.
Oh, what
And-
are you doing?
I'm in the crappiest room I could find in town, the cheapest one, and my toilet's not even anchored to the floor, but I'm trying to balance on it and take a giant shit as we speak. I'm taking one of you because you are also a piece of shit.
Oh,
Yes.
you know, you're...
Yes. Oh, I was hoping he would say something. He almost wasted his time with a comeback, but instead he thought, I'm gonna get right on to the next scam.
Allow me to further explain what I was talking about yesterday in yesterday's video, how this shower fails at delivering hot water. Look what happens when you go to adjust the water temperature. Now, it can't go any more. Now, that's not controlling the water at all. That's free spinning, just so you know. And I can't force it right now because it is, because the plunger is in and not out. Once I pull it out, the water will come on, and then it'll be away from this little piece that may or may not control the temperature. I don't even know what we're looking at here, okay? That's how I should have started it out, by just saying that up front. I thought I would be able to describe what we're looking at, but I can't. Somehow, that was a warm shower. Not a hot shower, not a cold shower this time, but a warm shower. I'm starting to think perhaps here at this motel that the water's not supposed to be adjusted, hot or cold. It's just supposed to run warm for everybody, I guess. I don't know why you would set it up that way, but it sure seems to be like that might be a possibility in my case. But for some reason, I must have taken a shower at the right time because I got some warm water out of that deal. Isn't that cool? And I have coffee now, ready to rock in my room. I still got like, what, 8-9 days before these real estate transactions are done. I'm going to be very tempted to add more days onto this room because I'm already set up here. I'm already doing my thing here. I kind of need the room for longer, but I might go somewhere else to shoot something else for you, to look at something different. I don't know. We'll see. But that's a good thing, right? Taking a warm shower finally. I tell you what, besides the child on the other side of this wall that screams bloody murder to be let out of the chokehold once in a while, things are looking up. I found an even better thing about this room. I'm standing in front of the air conditioner heater unit underneath the front window, and it's blowing my cherries and getting them nice and dry. Nothing's better than a good blow job, am I right? Although I should probably close these curtains. Just kidding, the curtains were closed, but now I had to switch to drying off the old booty hole. Ooh, get up in there. Get up in there. Bro, banana nut bread dunked in coffee for just 1/2 second. Boom, just a quick dunk and let it drip all the way off. Then eat it. I'm telling you, brew. Delicious. Do you remember how I told you I think my kitchen is brand new? Well, I think they just slapped it together for the first time, like right before I showed up. Because one, everything's new. The plug for the microwave and for the refrigerator were offline. I had to hit the switch, the RF whatever switch it's called. The microwave wasn't even plugged in, so I jumped up on a chair and plugged it in. Then I had to trigger the switch to make it work, the outlet that is. So yeah, and there's like wood shavings up there in the cabinet where they, I guess, created the cabinets and put everything together. And actually it could just be where they drilled a hole in the bottom of the shelf to put that wire through. But in any event, let's party. Nope, that's not what I want. Shoot. Okay. There we go, boys. See what happens. All right, enough screwing around. I got to eat some macaroni and go to work. Or go to the storage unit, then go to work. I should probably put on pants, too. You see this guy on his bicycle guy? No, I'm out of bullshit guy. That's a fucking hustler right there, making it happen. Earlier today, when filling out that paperwork for the, as it pertains to what the title office will need, it asked, is this residence that I'm selling currently being lived in? I'm like, well, depending on why they need to know that, I guess, might determine how I answer. I kind of want the option to stay there for the next 8 days if I want to. But I went ahead and said no, because I am comfortable in my room across town. It's a place to take a shower, sometimes a cold shower, but it is a place to take a shower and get recharged through the night without having to wait for space heaters for an hour to warm up a room, and etc., etc. I tell you what, it's been a kind of a culture shock, because I was many times thinking I am stuck in my house. I'm going to have to just slowly, because of my budget, going to have to slowly fix things up and make it comfortable again. But I still didn't see myself heating that 5-bedroom house when I was gone half the day and stuff. Anyway, I never knew really what to do with the joint. And I'm glad I won't have to worry about it at all. I have to worry about it a lot right now. Get everything moved out in time. It's the only thing I think about. And then once that's over, then it's going to be the opposite effect when it comes to that house. So I went ahead and selected no. It is not occupied. So I don't know if that means that they need to know that for the buyer to have a go-ahead. Like, once you sign everything, you're good to go in. Because, like I said, I thought we had to both be there and sign everything at the same time and hand over keys or something. That's what happened when I bought the place 6 years ago. But that lady I talked to on the phone said they can sign whenever they want. Normally a cash buy like this, they don't show up together and have a meeting. They just sign when they're ready, and you'll do the same. And it's very doubtable that you guys will be in the office at the same time on the same day. I'm like, oh, I'm backing up here into the storage unit. I'm like, okay, news to me. So I don't know if they use that information. It's not currently being occupied as a way to let the buyer know that, okay, now that you've signed, you're good to go. Enjoy your house. Should I leave my very last day there? Should I just leave a key on the kitchen counter? I've done this before in a way, but in another way, it's all brand new territory for Jabois. Ah, that breeze feels so good. It was so cold this morning, but now it's like summer, like middle of the summer out here right now. These trail cameras here at the storage unit have antennas on them, so I'm assuming and would bet that anytime they are tripped, they would send a picture to the landlord, or at least that the landlord can retrieve those whenever he chooses. And I say he because it is a he, because I know this guy. But if that's true to where it sends him a picture every time, then I can't imagine what it's like to be like, why does this red van show up every single fucking day? Just move already, guy. There you have it, folks. Another one for the books. But enough jacking around. I've got to get my ass to work. And just like that, through the power of movie magic, another night at work came and went in a matter of mere seconds. I tell you what, friends, I am a dog's ass tired out here. See this man on his bicycle? See that red flashing light? That is a gentleman going home from work out here in the middle of nowhere at night, 2 in the morning, on a bicycle. In case you're wondering why I didn't offer him a ride, that is for a myriad of reasons. If we had linked up before and he needed a ride, I would be totally down to discuss that. Where you going, what you doing? But the dude works with me, and we work out in the middle of nowhere in a factory. And this Mo Jammer, because I see him once in a while, he jumps on his bike and he takes off real quick. I don't think he's looking for a ride. That's all I'm saying, boys. If I had quite a distance to go on a bike in the middle of the night, I would be asking all of my coworkers for rides. And that would be easy to do. There's actually a lot of people that work there. I'm betting the farm, if he asked around for a ride, he could get one every night with 2 or 3 people in rotation that give him rides. However, I'm also willing to bet the farm that this guy on his bike, this no amount of bullshit guy, doesn't even ever ask for a ride. He just does his things, boats. And if I knew him and we were talking, if I worked around him and he mentioned that he rides a bike, I would say, by the way, do you want to ride? I got a big van if you want to put your bike in it, bud, big boy. Anyways, your boy is ragged, run down. My nutsack is tired as tired can get, my friends. Can't wait to get back to the motel room to nuke in the microwave that I figured out how to plug in for them and reset the switch for them. My brand new microwave and on my brand new shelf, I'm going to nuke one of those instant ramen noodles. Can't wait. Been dreaming of it for like the last 3 hours at work, literally. Your boy is a hillbilly to the core, and I'll probably have some Vienna sausages to go with it. And I'll probably make like a little Vienna sausage sandwich with one of them hamburger buns. Got me a little mustard and mayonnaise. Does that ever sound good? And in the middle of the night when I spring out of bed choking on acid reflux, I'll say, America, baby. By the way, when it comes to my beautiful motel room, the literal cheapest room in town I could find, is an experiment I did just for you to have visual content on Duggalo Nation. Not that I would be against it without making a video. It was cozy enough, affordable as shit. If this was a month-long thing I had to do, I would lock it in there first and foremost and enjoy the savings compared to any other hotel or motel in town. But as far as that place goes, as I told you, I teased the idea of potentially staying longer at that place, and I think I've decided as of right now to go ahead and stay only the 3 nights, just like the last 2. This will be the third 3-night journey at a beautiful hotel motel experience. There is another place that I want to try that you might find particularly interesting. I think we're going to do that next for another 3 nights. That'll be, let's see, let me do some math here. That'll be 4 hotel experiences of varying kind. 4 hotels in 12 days. Interesting. Well, it's not really interesting as a general concept, but if you're stuck in this area, bouncing between job number 1 and job number 2, which is moving out of a house, and my actual big boy job at night, if you're stuck in this area doing such a thing for the next 7 days now, and have been for the last week or so, then guess what? Hotel jumping at least makes it more interesting for your lovely viewers. I'm fighting to keep my eyes open already. I just stepped in the door. I'm going to get a quick bite to eat and then turn in for the night. Which means, unfortunately, friends, our time together today is coming to an end. I'm sorry, but I appreciate the shit out of you for spending your precious, non-renewable time with me today. Sorry we didn't do more today, but this is necessary for all the do morings we will do very soon. And that's why I'm doing all this. That's why I sold my house. Pretty much. That was one of the reasons. But in any event, it is time to piss on this fire, pack up this camp, and head back to our roach coach of a motel room. If you want to help me out, please do it by sharing this video, or perhaps a video that doesn't suck of mine, a real one from the real Duggalo Nation channels, with all your dumb buddies. Share the video. A growing audience helps me out more than you realize. If you want to contact me directly, then fucking do it by sending an email to DuggaloNation@gmail.com. Tomorrow, we are gonna get up bright and early on the fresh, unless I can't hear my alarm because I'm too exhausted, and we're gonna head back out to my shitty house and pack up my shitty shit into my shitty van, and then we're going to go to my shitty job while you sit in the car. Doesn't that sound exciting? It may not be, but I will damn sure try to make it entertaining nonetheless. And it's okay, because just around the corner, bigger and better adventures await, and this is required in order for that to be a possibility. So, I gotta go, like I said, but I will be back with you again, as always, fresh and on the bright, tomorrow morning, as always, 7 a.m. Eastern, 7 days a week, and I will see you then. In the meantime, don't be a douche.